Growing up, I let the devil use me. From the time that I was very little, people would use me in a very sexual way, and I won't go into details, but starting off very young, the devil knocked at my door and he stayed around for a long time. At the age of 13, I lost my virginity from the devil himself, and it changed everything. Because of that, his friends were invited by him to start using me, and I became his puppet, and it led me down a very promiscuous life, because after that point I thought the only way for someone to accept me was sexually. And so I didn't have a good understanding of what a good relationship should be, or if I even should be in a relationship, period. I just knew how to use my body to get what I wanted at that point as I got older. And I was a dancer back then, not a stripper, but a dancer. I could dance to anything. Hip hop, salsa, I mean, you name it, I could do it. They used to call me the Sierra or the female Chris Brown. So I used that in a lot of ways at bars or at clubs to meet guys or to get free drinks, etc. You can just see how one thing very early on led down a whole lifestyle of sin and hurt and misery on not just my part, but on other people's parts as well. A lot of that is what drew into a lot of my today's insecurities of when a man will tell me, you know, you're beautiful or whatever, or give me a compliment. Immediately I get very nervous, like in a PTSD way. Not like they're not saying it in a sexual way, but still for some reason my heart still will skip a few beats. It also plays into why I'm so insecure, because every relationship I've ever been in, the guy always is a porn addict, gawks at other women, watches other women, says comments and stuff, and this has always led me with a lot of insecurities, because very early on, when I told you I was with the devil himself, he would point out things like that, like, if you look like that, you'll be better off. If you do this sexually, then you'll be better off. And so even to this day, something mentally, it triggers me to feel very insecure. And when I look at myself in the mirror, I see ugly. Every day I wake up and there's never a time where I can tell myself I'm beautiful. Like, even when I make these videos and stuff, the only thing I'm thinking about is how ugly you are. Parents out there, you have to watch your kids. You really have to watch your kids, because the devil gets them young. He got me so young. He doesn't just leave, you know what I mean? The day that I met Jesus, when I tell you guys, I literally told him, go away from me. I'm a sinful woman. I'm a sinful woman. I don't deserve you. Go away from me, please. Knowing how dirty I've been my whole life. To hear Jesus tell me that I belong to him, it was hard to accept, which sounds odd. I know, it sounds odd, like we should be happy, but I remember the night I accepted Jesus in my room, when I realized how bad I was, in the eyes of God, how much I have sinned. And when I heard God say, he forgives me, I tell you guys, I literally dropped to my knees. I'm not saying a figure of speech. I literally dropped to my knees and my face hit the floor. And I was on the floor for maybe 3 hours, 4 hours, just crying. I physically could not get up. Physically, like melted to the ground, because I just thought, who is this? Who is this God who is saying he accepts me? Like, doesn't he know? Doesn't he know what I've done? I'm sorry guys, this is so hard for me to talk about, but I just wanted to share it because it's the power of God that, it's for that reason, honestly, why I can't let go of Jesus. Because he knew who I really am. And that wasn't a good person who did great things all my life. And he still said that I am his and that I'm forgiven. It never fails. Every time I read about Peter saying, Lord, go away from me, I'm a sinful man. It's crazy because I didn't read that before. And so when I read that, I just think, wow, because that's literally what I told God, please, if you only knew. And I'm sorry for crying. It's just, guys, this is my life. This is my life. And this is why I'm so passionate about God. Is because if you only knew who I was. A lot of people, when they hear my testimony, you know, they say, I can't even picture you like that. I can't even picture you like that. And I'm like, that literally was me. You guys don't even have the faintest idea. And that's why I can be so compassionate with people as far as, you know, being misled or led by the devil. And that's why I have such passion to say you're following a lie, because I was following a lie and no one was there to stop me. The devil freely used me, but Jesus paid the ultimate price to buy me.